Okay, the first album I fell in love with and my gateway to metal, not to drugs, haha, but to metal. The band's Korn, and the album Issues. I bought it, I think in the States when I was on vacation with my family, and I also bought like Discman, good old days,
Hmm.
and that
Yeah.
disc just went on repeat, round and round and round, one more time, and I was like a teen, around I don't know, maybe 15 or something, and teenage angst, not feeling too
Yeah.
great about life and stuff. So that album really meant a lot to me. Also, there are other albums, but that was the one I had like physically, like at the time, and yeah, that meant a lot to me. Uh, just in general, it was like Jonathan Davis was like singing how I was feeling. Like the
Yeah.
lyrics really appealed to me, and they still do. And I also have written quite a lot of these kind of lyrics. So before, so that was just like magical for me. Second one, I'm trying to pick because there are so
Sorry.
many.
I know.
Another one that really got played on repeat for me. There's way later, but I would say Behemoth, the Satanist album,
I've got that here somewhere.
was just like a masterpiece. So
Yeah,
good and so dark and so evil, so everything.
it
And it was
is.
really, I was going through some things at the time that really like it just spoke to me. It was just like,
Hmm.
yes, this
I
is
know. Yes,
musically how I feel, kind of. So yeah, I would say those two for now. I have a whole list,
great
I
choices.
guess.
Yeah, great
Thanks.
choices. By
Yeah,
email.
I can't really tell because I have like a era. Sometimes I listen to this kind of music for a while, and I listen a lot. And then I have another era when I listen to this kind of music. So it depends what if I mention like funk or like hard rock or like pop or like Beatles or like metal. Then I found other bands. So it's really hard to pick like an album,
That's all right.
more like songs or artists for this particular time. I don't know.
Well, that's the
Uh,
next question. So, your favorite two musicians each, then that's pop into your mind.
Okay, right. So the last couple of years, definitely Travis Ryan from Cattle Decapitation. What a beast!
Yeah,
Super talented. And it took a couple of years actually, or more, until I saw them live. I got the chance to see them at Brutal Assault Festival a couple of years ago, and my mind was blown. Like, because I was a little like, oh yeah, it's super cool on the records and stuff, but how is it live? Like, how does it sound? And it met my expectations. I would say I was very impressed, and like he does all these cool things involving the tongue pressed to the cheek and all these like
uh,
twisty, like it sounds like he's twisting his whole instrument. It's so cool. And also how he's like does this kind of rattly singing mixture or something, and it's just very satisfying for me to listen to. Very talented, and knows a lot about different mixtures and small tidbits of technique and mixing them together. And I love that. I'm super nerdy about
yeah.
voice and like trying to sound different on every time or evolve. Like trying more things, mixing new things, and trying new techniques. So definitely one of them. Another one. I would go back and say my very first female vocalist that I loved was Candice Clout from the French band Ets. And they sang in French. I don't understand French, but I
Right.
understood her emotions, her expression, like what, like I could kind of make out some words, but and then the aesthetics from the music and stuff. And I did Google it at some point. I was a
Right.
teenager at the time, still like, what does it kind of mean? But it didn't really matter because I understood the music, like what the music told me, and
Hmm.
she mixed. Like gutturals, growling, screaming, singing, these kind of like haunty, like super anguishy and whispering. Like it's very everything. It was very dynamic and both subtle and very explosive. So it's that really got me. It's like wow, that was cool.
well, Ronnie James Dio as a singer, of course.
Yeah.
That's a band, Mother's Finest. I like the singer very much. Because I was a singer person, I listen a lot. But recently, for new bands, I like the whole band. How, if I like live musicians, seeing the band, I like Suffocation, a band called Fallujah. I
Oh
love
God.
Archspire. They were really good live, also
Oh yeah.
very good musicians. But
Yeah.
a lot of times, people plays very good. Maybe they are not as good on the stage, but the Archspire, they were really good live musicians too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right.
Suffocation, yeah, the Archspire, yeah, Behemoth is very very good live too.
Oh yeah. Love
Yeah.
them.
So
Great
actually,
answers. Great
yeah,
answers. Right. So now it's just 6 questions. So, which musician, dead or alive, would you have in your car for a 24-hour road trip?
Ronnie James Dio.
Great answer.
That's a tough one. um.
Mozart.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Dead or alive. Oh,
I mean, he's a great.
Yeah.
Well,
one
I
of the
don't know.
greats.
What more? Janis Joplin. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. My mind is racing with all the possibilities. I don't know. Okay. I'll say
Michael
Travis
Jackson.
Ryan so I can pick his brain about his vocal technique.
Great stuff.
So we can nerd about vocals, I think. Or something similar, like another vocalist so we can like really nerd out.
Totally. Okay. So, if there was a made-up song, it's got to be a made-up song about your personality. What would it be called?
I guess something like Unicorn Dust Racetrack. I don't know. Cause like
Unicorn Dust
I'm a little
Racetrack.
like
I
a
like
lot of energy in a ball, a little chaotic, very imaginative, fantasy kind of person, and also kind of tired. So I don't know, like all of the things.
it. Brilliant.
Something like you're like a tough girl on stage, or like, but you're really nice. When
Take
you
the,
Warrior Queen with a smile.
there we go. That's a great answer, Warrior Queen with a smile. I love it. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good. All
are we
right.
rebel? Are we rebel girls? Kind of
Oh, wait,
So,
what?
rebel girls. Are we that?
Yes.
Rebel Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yes,
there's
we
a
good.
are.
punk song called "Rebel Girls."
That's brilliant.
Definitely.
Do you prefer, these are easier now, honestly, I swear, vinyl or digital?
I must admit digital because it's super convenient, especially for music. I've gone back to analog for books though, because I
Right.
missed the physical touch of them and the smell of books. Like, I do have the only vinyls and CDs I have left now are our own and presents from the friends and in bands and stuff like that, or someone like signed or something I've participated in or something like this. So sadly in a way digital, but yeah, more uh yeah,
Okay.
I
you know.
prefer live music.
You
Yes,
prefer
of
live
course.
music? Yeah.
You feel the,
Yeah,
you can feel the bass, and you can feel the pressure.
yeah, true that.
Uh, but then
Brilliant answer.
I Spotify, which kind of boring, or YouTube. Otherwise,
Yeah, it's just so convenient and everything is there, and it's a little bit of shame because I do remember the magic of going to the record store and like feeling the records, looking at the booklets and like the fronts, and it's like, oh, which one?
Yeah.
And you didn't have so much money, especially as a young like a teenager and stuff like that. So you really had to be careful, and you didn't know what it sounded like. So if they didn't have the test listening yada yada booths, which rarely happen where I'm from, anyways. So that was like a whole. It had a lot more pressure. Like today, it's
Yeah.
just like, ooh, what's this? And you click,
Yeah.
So both have something good and something bad, I would say.
Great answers.
honestly, I don't have any vinyls or CD player anymore.
Really? Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
You
A lot of people don't know, do they? So yeah, I get that.
broke and I didn't buy a new one. So yeah,
Sorry about this. Told you.
and
Aw,
all our new computers, they don't have the CD drive either.
nope.
No,
But
they
the
don't.
PlayStation does, doesn't it? Can it take
Yeah,
CDs? I think.
you can on. Yeah, I think you used to be able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.